a wave, depending on what he has decided to go. And actually, okay, so Grubby cleverly put a wolf down in the lower left-hand corner to scout his opponent. Meanwhile, Grubby's Expo's just been scouted by Happy's skeleton. And Grubby now is going to finish creeping this turtle camp, and then my guess is he would go... Okay, and with Happy pushing down to creep his turtles, my guess is that Grubby will go across there and try to creep Jack. But his units actually is not the best situation for him. His units are quite injured. He did get a Ring of Regen for his Torn Chieftain, so it'll be healed quickly. Now we'll see if he can get across in time. It looks like Happy is going to be able to pick off the giant turtle before Grubby gets there. But he may... Unless he has to get out of here now. They got a Talisman of Evasion, because otherwise he is going to get jacked and trapped in the corner. And I think if that happened, he would be forced to TP out. So, Grubby getting a Raider in there ahead of everything else, and it's a little careless because it's going to get picked off. But now, yeah, Grubby does have Happy backed into a corner. He did manage to get there in time, and so both sides just setting up sort of a standoff position here. Okay, looks like Happy bought a Mud Golem from the Merc camp. Grubby moving in there. I guess he has Stomp, because he was just moving his Torn Chieftain in there as though he was going to Stomp. And, okay, actually Grubby... Now, okay, Grubby speed scrolls, and he's got Headhunters, and yeah, Happy, as soon as he sees that speed scroll, is just forced to TP. Maybe... No, the Mud Golem does not get killed in time, so... Grubby forcing a TP there, and... He has his expansion up and running. He's now at 66 food out of 80. So yes, he is going to be pushing to 80 food. Now getting Wyverns. So Grubby getting Wyverns to go with his Farseer. I guess he's expecting Happy to get some Destroyers to counter the Chain Lightning. Yeah, Destroyer form is now up. And Happy just pushing directly across to Grubby's base, and Grubby is going to scout this with his wolf. I think he guessed it anyway. He's heading his forces back. And, okay, so Happy regrouping. Okay, now morphing one Destroyer. And I'm not sure what Happy's doing right now. He's heading back to his base, and Grubby's heading back to his base, and so nothing's happening. Happy researching web now. I guess he's spotted the Wyverns. And getting a Crypt Lord. Okay, that's what he's doing. He's getting a Crypt Lord. Grubby, meanwhile, just creeping a little. Trying to gain a little extra experience. And what was that item? I don't know what that item was. Grubby actually with a lot of Scrolls of Healing. Grubby has 3 Scrolls of Healing. Happy. Does he even have a Scroll of Healing? No. Happy doesn't even have 1 Scroll of Healing, and Grubby has 3. So if they fight right now, Grubby will just win. Like that. I mean, it's not even going to be close. He has 450 extra hit points on all his units. And now Grubby going to go ahead and creep his little Knoll camp. Finally, and gets level 4 from that on his Farseer. So now, okay, Happy coming in, and I don't think he's aware of the horrible trap into which he's walking. He's got massive damage on his Lich, but Grubby, I mean, 3 Scrolls of Healing, it's 450 hit points advantage, and now his Wyverns are going to be able to do a lot of damage to those Destroyers. Nice stomp by Grubby there. And, okay, 1 Wyvern gets picked off. Nice impale there, but the Crypt Lord is getting low. It just gets stomped, and it's going to get focused down now. Chain Lightning goes off and kills it. Happy coils 1 Fiend, but the other Fiend is going to go down, and Grubby has gained the upper hand in this battle, no problem. He used 2 Scrolls of Healing. Still got 1 left. 1 Grunt getting picked off. Now the Torn Chieftain getting in there, stomping 3 Fiends into the Lich, and Chain Lightning goes off. He's doing a lot of damage to the Fiends, and they're not all going to be... It's not going to be possible to coil them all. Torn Chieftain getting a bit low. Pops the Invuln Pot. Death Knight also very low. That Kodo getting focused is going to go down. Oh, yeah, it goes down. But Happy is forced to TP. He does get the Kodo kill in time. Happy had to TP because his Death Knight was so low. And he already lost his Crypt Lord, which is now back. And Grubby, now in a pretty strong position. He's got his Expo up and running. And it's really hard to beat an Orc running off of 2 bases. Especially as Undead, who probably have a disadvantage anyway. And with that, with those powerful heroes that Grubby has, his army is just ridiculously strong. And now he's going to go ahead and creep the Merc camp and get a little more experience, get his TC close to 5, as close as possible to 5 from the remaining creeps on this map. And we got a Claws of Attack plus 9, which would be again, that would be really nice on the Blade Master, but he doesn't have a Blade Master this game. Let's see if Grubby buys Mercs. I hope not. He's got enough production that he doesn't need to buy Mercs. Okay, Grubby getting Troll Regeneration. Does he even have a Troll in his army? Yeah, he still has one Troll in his army. I'm not sure why he's doing that. But then, I don't see many people going Trolls at all. Grubby at 75 of 80 food now. And maybe he's planning attack to tier 3 or something. Because, you don't get Trolls without making them Troll Berserkers, right? I mean, that would... Well, you do, but... I don't know why Grubby is stopped at 75 food. Does he not want to build more? Anyway, Grubby now taking a look in at Happy's army. Okay, now getting a Raider, so he's at 78. Grubby's Wyverns just poised there, ready to totally wreak havoc on these fiends, because, I mean, even with Web, they still do a lot of damage. And now Chain Stomp going off, and one fiend getting focused down there. Two fiends forced to burrow. Grubby's Stomp kind of misses, but the Lich is very low now. Death Knight gonna have to coil it. Yeah, there we go. Lich getting caught way out of position. Lich is in a bit of trouble. The Death Knight's probably have to coil it again if Grubby focuses it. Destroyer's going down, actually. One Wyvern gets coiled and killed, but Grubby has taken down all the Destroyers, and he just has a vastly superior army. And now that Lich getting focused, and it's going to get coiled again, but... Okay, it gets coiled just in time. Now the Torn Chieftain is level 5, so it got a massive stomp, and the Crypt Lord goes down. Happy GG's, because he has no units left. And... yeah, Grubby was up in expansion, and Happy had no units left, and Grubby could just push into his base at will. So, well, good game. I was excited that Grubby picked a Farseer, and I think it paid off for him. He got some really good use out of Chain Lightning, and kind of walked all over Happy, who I guess wasn't prepared for that. It was a little surprising, and I don't know. I think Happy could have played that a bit better. He allowed himself to be bottled into his side of the map. Grubby was all over him the whole game, and Grubby had total map control. And so, which is one consequence of getting a Farseer, because you have wolves. But overall, I think that if Happy had decided to be a little bit more aggressive and pushed out when he had a large army of fiends, and pushed out onto Grubby's side of the map and pressured him a little bit, that it might have gone differently. But in the end, Grubby is the master of Orc. He plays it really well. He knows what he's doing, and he probably would have been able to answer that too. So that was a good game. The series is now tied 1-1, and so there will be a game 3, which I will bring you shortly. Please leave comments on my commentating style, or on the videos if you think, for example, if you think the frame rate is too low. I've been wondering if anyone is bothered by that, but then just say that, and I'll try and find a way to increase the frame rate or whatever. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. This is Anonymous, signing off.